This video is for you, Paul and Dad. Thank you for everything you've done for us. Hey guys, Captain Dave here again, and this time we're uncovering the incident that happened in Raccoon City. My name is Officer Mike. Viewers beware, the footage you are about to see are graphic reenactments of the incidents our two witnesses went through. Our first witness is Claire Redfield, sister to former STARS member Chris Redfield. The other witness is RPD Rookie Officer Leon Kennedy. Miss Redfield came into Raccoon City looking for her brother Chris.
I'm finally here.
Officer Kennedy enters Raccoon City to report for his first day on duty at the RPD.
What do we got here? Man, what a mess! What could have done this? What was that? What are these things? All right, that's far enough. Don't move! Don't move. No! What's up with that guy? That was a clean hit. Bloody ammo here.
She stopped at Emmy's Diner, which is Chris's favorite restaurant in town. Upon entering the restaurant, she found it almost deserted.
Hello? Is anyone here? Hello? Hello? Look, I'm sorry I bothered you, okay? Just don't come any closer. Are you listening? Wait, don't shoot!
Get down! We can't stay out here. Head to the police station. It'll be a lot safer. There! Buckle up.
Okay.
Just then, a hidden assailant in the back seat of the police cruiser jumps forward, attacking Officer Kennedy and Miss Redfield.
You okay?
Still in one piece.
Hey! That maniac's gonna win! Run! Claire!
Leon!
I'm okay. Head to the station. I'll meet you there.
Okay.
Having narrowly avoided being smashed in the car, Claire Redfield finds herself on a street overrun with assailants. She's able to avoid them and runs into the nearby gun shop Kendo.
Freeze! Who are you? What are you doing here?
Don't shoot! I'm a human!
Ooh, sorry about that, babe. I thought you were one of them.
What's going on in this town?
Hold on. I ain't got no clue, darling. By the time I noticed something was wrong, the entire city was infested with zombies.
After the accident, Officer Kennedy then walks down the street to the RPD. Just as Officer Kennedy arrives at the RPD, he finds himself at the helipad, where a fellow officer is waving down a helicopter.
Hey, get over here! Hurry! I can't set her down. I'll drop you a rope ladder. Grab onto it.
Come on, just a little more.
Get off me!
Stay back! Don't come any closer! Stay back!
Miss Redfield escapes out of the back of the shop and finds herself in an alleyway. She proceeds through the alleyways and finds herself entering the RPD through the front entrance. Upon entering the RPD, she finds an unlocked door leading to the West office, where she finds Lieutenant Marvin Bronahue.
Hang in there. Are you the only officer left in the building?
Who are you?
Claire Redfield. I'm looking for my brother Chris.
We lost contact with him over 10 days ago.
After the helicopter crash, Officer Kennedy puts out the fire and then enters the RPD to find more survivors and maybe a way out. Then suddenly Officer Kennedy hears another helicopter approach the building. Officer Kennedy finds himself in a waiting room where he finds a little girl.
Hey! Wait!
Miss Redfield then enters the waiting room on the second floor, only to find Officer Kennedy inside.
Leon!
Claire, you made it.
Yeah.
Oh, I forget. Here's a radio. That way we can keep in touch if something comes up.
Officer Kennedy then finds himself in a parking garage where he is shot at by a mysterious woman. This woman calls herself Ada Wong.
Sorry about that. When I saw the uniform, I thought you were another zombie.
Who are you?
Ada Wong.
The two then enter the cell block where they come across a reporter.
Let me guess. You must be Ben, right? Get up, now!
What do you want? I'm trying to sleep here.
Is this the guy?
Ben?
Officer Kennedy and Miss Wong then go into the sewers to find an escape route, only to find a dead end. Miss Wong then notices a vent shaft up high where she uses Officer Kennedy's help to boost her up to it. Officer Kennedy waits several moments for Miss Wong to return. Unfortunately, due to the height of the vent, she was unable to do so, but she did find something that was able to help Officer Kennedy.
Miss Redfield is then able to acquire some C4 and move the helicopter that crashed through the RPD, thus gaining access to Chief Brian Irons' office. Inside the office, Miss Redfield finds Chief Brian Irons, as well as the corpse of the mayor's daughter.
Oh.
Chief Irons explains the only way to kill these zombies is through a direct headshot. States he wishes to be alone, and Miss Redfield enters his back storeroom only to hear footsteps. She follows the footsteps and once again encounters
Easy
Sherry
there.
Burke.
I'm not a zombie. You're safe now. Leon, come in. I found the girl, and I've cleared the wreckage that was blocking the corridor.
Got it.
My name's Claire. What's yours?
Sherry.
Do you know where your parents are?
They both work at the Umbrella Chemical Plant, near the city limits.
The chemical plant? Then what are you doing here?
My mom called and told me to go to the police station because it was too dangerous to stay at home.
From the look of things, I'd say she was probably right, but it's dangerous here as well. You'd better come with me.
But there's something out there. I don't know what it is, but I saw it. Much larger than any of those zombies. And it's coming after me.
What was that?
That's what I was telling you about. It's here.
Sherry, wait!
Officer Kennedy then backtracks through the cell block, only to hear Mr. Bertolucci scream out in pain.
No! Get away! No!
Continuing exploring the RPD until she finds all the keys she needs to gain access to the secret door hidden within Chief Iron's office. Behind the secret door, Miss Redfield finds an elevator leading down into a hidden passage. Within that passage, she hears a man scream out for help.
Help me!
She then enters a room, finding Chief Irons injured, and she confronts him about his journal.
So you've made it this far. Not bad, girl. But I'm not letting anyone leave my town. Everyone's gonna die.
Calm down, Chief. What happened?
Shut up! You couldn't possibly understand what's happened. Those monsters from Umbrella have destroyed my beautiful town. How could they do that to me after everything I've done for them?
So it's true. You have been working with Umbrella. Then you must know about the G-Virus. What is it? Tell me!
If you must know, it's the agent that can turn humans into the ultimate bioweapons. Superior to the T-Virus in every way. Dr. William Birkin is the genius behind the project.
William Birkin?
I'm sure you've already seen his little girl running around here somewhere. Sherry, isn't it? In case you haven't already figured it out. The monster that's been tearing my precinct apart is yet another product of the G-Virus. An ultimate bioweapon. Umbrella must be trying to cover its tracks. But if I have to go, I'm going to take you with me. I just can't take the pain!
Miss Redfield then returns to the elevator shaft and retrieves Sherry Birkin. She then contacts Leon and informs him that she's found a way out of these sewers.
Officer Kennedy then heads back into the sewers where he comes across a mutated William Birkin.
Sherry and Miss Redfield then enter the sewers, but are pursued by some kind of a monster. They hide from the creature.
Come on, let's get out of here.
Claire? Run!
Officer Kennedy then catches up with Miss Wong and convinces her the only way to survive is if they travel together. The two then go deeper into the sewers, where they come across a woman in a white lab coat.
Leon, that woman was... I have to talk to her.
Miss Redfield then heads deeper into the sewers searching for Sherry, but instead, she runs into Annette Birkin, Sherry's mother. Miss Redfield then locates Sherry, but she's attacked by a giant alligator. Upon destroying the alligator, Miss Redfield returns to Sherry and is able to awaken her. The two proceed through the sewers even further until they find themselves in a marshalling yard. In that marshalling yard, they find a train on a platform that descends deep into the earth.
Claire, my stomach hurts.
Hang in there, Sherry. Her forehead's burning up. I've got to hurry before the embryos pupate.
Upon the platform's arrival at the Umbrella facility, Claire takes the very sick Sherry and puts her in a security office for safekeeping.
Officer Kennedy then awakens with a gunshot wound and Miss Wong missing. He then goes searching for Miss Wong, eventually finding her, but succumbing to his wounds and collapsing before her. Miss Wong then treats Officer Kennedy's gunshot wound well enough for him to travel. The two then continue until they come across a marshalling yard. After the two find themselves at the marshalling yard, they commandeer a tram that goes deep into the Earth's crust. On the way down, they are again attacked by a heavily mutated William Birkin. After the battle with William Birkin, The tram overheats and stops, forcing Officer Kennedy to find an alternative route into the secret Umbrella lab. Then gets to a platform where he finds a secret panel that will lead him to the lab. Once he climbs through the panel, he hears the tram start descending again. Once Officer Kennedy is in the secret lab, he then finds his way back to the tram that had continued without him to find Miss Wong missing. Then leaves the tram in search for Miss Wong and runs into the woman in the white trench coat. This time, he knows who she is. It's Annette
Murdered
Birkin.
my husband. I know what you're looking for. You came for the G-Virus, didn't you? You'll never take it from me. This is my husband's legacy. Now, where's that spy you were working with earlier? You know who I'm talking about.
What?
You really don't know anything, do you? You're so gullible. She's one of the operatives sent here by the agency. The only reason why she came here is to obtain the G-Virus.
That's a lie.
No, it's the truth. I discovered this when I did a background check on her. She specifically got close to John and became his girlfriend to get information about Umbrella.
That can't be. I know her. Ada wouldn't do something like that.
If you don't want to believe it, I don't really care. You're about to die anyway.
As she proceeds deeper into the labs, she again finds Dr. Birkin.
You killed William. I'll never forgive you for that.
Wait!
I've just prepared a sample of the G-Virus. And this time, no one will take it from me. This is the most significant piece of research my husband has ever left in my hands.
Stop it! Sherry's in serious trouble. William implanted her with his embryos. There's no telling when they'll pupate. And if that happens, then Sherry won't.
What? William. William, you're alive.
Officer Kennedy is then battling Mr. X. Their combat takes them into a power room where Mr. X corners Officer Kennedy. Lucky for him, Miss Wong was nearby and able to distract Mr. X with several well-placed shots. Mr. X, incredibly pissed off at the gunshots, then attacks Miss Wong, picking her up. Well, in her response, she shoots him several times in the face, causing him to throw Miss Wong and stumble to a rail and then over. Officer Kennedy then goes to Miss Wong's side.
Leon, please, escape.
No. We're a team. I can't just leave you behind.
I'm just a woman who fell in love with you. Nothing more.
Ada. No.
Self-destruct sequence has been activated. Repeat, the self-destruct sequence has been activated. This sequence may not be aborted. All employees proceed to the emergency car at the bottom platform.
I will always remember you. Goodbye, Ada.
William is still alive. He's getting stronger with each skin he casts off. Sherry!
Tell me what I need to know. How can I save Sherry?
I have detailed information. Everything you need to know to
Dr.
prepare
Birkin then tells Miss Redfield how to create the vaccine to cure Sherry. And mysteriously, the self-destruct system activates. Miss Redfield then heads back into the labs to create the vaccine for Sherry.
I'm sorry I wasn't a better mother. Tell her I love her. Sherry.
Annette!
The self-destruct sequence has been activated. Repeat, the self-destruct sequence has been activated. This sequence may not be aborted. All employees proceed to the emergency car at the bottom platform.
Upon doing so, she sees Officer Kennedy on security footage, and she contacts him.
Leon, you made it!
Claire, is that you? Where are you?
I can see you on the monitor. But never mind that right now. Leon, you have to go back and get Sherry for me. I left her in the security office. Please, you must save her.
Wait a second. What are you gonna do? Where are you going?
I still have a few loose ends to take care of. I'm counting on you.
Officer Kennedy, heartbroken,
Claire, is that you?
yet
Where are
still
you?
determined to escape Raccoon City, leaves the power room and gets a call from his friend, Miss Redfield.
Please, you must save her.
Wait a second. What are you gonna do? Where are you going?
I still have a few loose ends to take care of. counting on you.
Hello? Claire, are you there? Claire! The security office?
Officer Kennedy then takes the little girl, aka Sherry Birkin, to an underground train, lays her down, and then turns on the power to the train. After restoring power to the train, Officer Kennedy is once again attacked by Mr. X, this time heavily mutated and incredibly pissed off.
Here, use this!
Ada, is that you? Ada! Game over.
Miss Redfield is able to create the devil vaccine. She then enters an elevator room, only to be attacked by a once again heavily mutated William Birkin. She then defeats the monster and takes the elevator down to the train station.
Hurry! Claire! Stay down! Sherry's unconscious.
I have the antidote, if I give it to her.
Claire, what's happening?
Not now. Come on, Sherry, wake up. Wake up. Please wake up.
Claire? Where am I?
It worked!
Oh, Sherry, you're gonna be okay.
Thanks, Claire.
It's over.
No. I have to find my brother.
You're right. This is just the beginning.
Ah, my God has protected you. It will always be with you.
Claire.
Sherry.
As the train races away from the secret Umbrella lab, Officer Kennedy wishes a farewell to Miss Wong
Goodbye, Ada.
as they hear an explosion in the distance. Then suddenly the train rattles. Then an alarm is blaring over the speakers, stating that the train will also detonate. Officer Kennedy, trying to survive, then investigates the train, coming across a even further mutated
What's wrong?
Dr. William Birkin.
The door won't open.
Warning, warning. The self-destruct system has been activated. Each train compartment will detonate sequentially. Repeat, each train
no!
compartment will detonate sequentially.
Claire! Stop the train!
I can't. The door to the control room is locked.
Claire? What is this?
Stay back. This is not good. Leon, where are you?
Wonderful.
Sherry? What are you doing?
We have to stop the train, right? I can do it.
But come and get me. I'm right here.
Which one's the right switch? Maybe this one?
Sherry!
Leon! Ah!
Okay, hold on.
Push the switch over there!
Got it!
Finally, the exit.
Are you all right?
I'm okay.
Where's Claire? Claire? Claire!
Right here. I guess we all made it. They just won't quit. Come on, we have to get out of here. Run! So, it's finally over. Sherry, you look terrible.
No worse than you, Claire.
Come on, time to leave.
Now? What's wrong? Is something following us?
We have to go. We don't have any time to waste.
Go? Where?
Hey, it's up to us to take out
Creative and sometimes difficult, yet solvable puzzles, spooky environments, imaginative monsters, unique storylines, loads of weapons, and changeable costumes. It's easy to see why this game is an improvement over its predecessor.
The only thing we did not like about this game were the tank controls.
The streets of Raccoon City make sense, and the dead ends are perfect for a city in turmoil. The RPD, also known as Raccoon Police Department, is massive, as a former museum should be, but there are several puzzles inside that make it original, but still fit into Umbrella's way of thinking. The sewers are simple and easy to traverse. There are subtle differences that help you figure out where you are and where you need to go. And they made perfect sense why you would traverse them after the RPD. The marshalling yard was kind of tiny. It was just a short trek to an elevator car that takes you to the underground lab. The lab felt easy to navigate, but was much larger than the predecessor, and the open space seemed a perfect fit.
And normally we don't talk about the voice actors, but because Paul Haddad, he was such an inspiration to me growing up. I want to give a special shout out. He passed away last year on April 11th, 2020, of presumed throat cancer.
The monsters in this one are not as original as they were in the Resident Evil 1. We have the return of crows, dogs, spiders, and, of course, zombies. But they did make up for it with introducing some new creatures, such as an alligator, cockroaches, a creature called G, a giant moth, ivies, which are the offspring of the vaginal plant, larvae, cool-ass creatures called lickers, the return of Tyrant, except this time they call it the T-00, aka Mr. X, and the Mac Daddy, William Birkin. With those additions, it does make the game much more challenging and more interesting.
Out of character development, Leon has the most in this game. He goes from a rookie officer to an unwavering hero who not only wants to save everyone, but also falls in love with a mysterious woman and literally takes a bullet for her. Claire Redfield goes from a college student searching for her brother to a protective stand-in mother for a newly orphaned little girl, all while still having hope of finding her brother. Ada goes from being a selfish character that is only out for herself to genuinely caring for someone other than herself.
Now, with 2 different characters, 4 different scenarios, rewards for beating the game, and extra games you can play through, the replay value of this game is astounding for its time.
Combat in this game can be challenging, but not overwhelming. You can run for most enemies if necessary.
With all that being said, it is easy to see why this is the bros' favorite Resident Evil, and why we grant it 4.5 thumbs up. That's just the humble opinion of the bros. So as always, thanks for playing with us.
See you later, guys.
Take the